Hi, welcome back. This is Beersborn. We've been working on our first enemy, and so far we have everything we need for its movement, its attack, how it takes damage. The last thing I want to add is some kind of animation that will play when our enemy gets defeated. Right now, if I hit my enemy 3 times, the enemy just disappears. It gets destroyed. But that's a little confusing. As a player, I might not understand exactly what happened there. I want to have some kind of animation to communicate that the enemy's been defeated. Now we've created that animation. If you go into Piskel and open up the animation for your enemy defeat that you've created, we're going to export that. So you want to go to Export, make sure that the resolution is set to the correct scale, make sure that it's a GIF, and go ahead and download it. Once you've got it exported, we're going to carry it into Construct as a new object. So I'm going to right-click anywhere in the white space of my layout, hit Insert New Object, scroll down to Sprite, and I'm going to name this Enemy Defeat. You can call it something different if you want, but you want to make sure it's a name that you'll understand. Enemy Defeat makes sense to me. I'm going to click Insert, and then click anywhere in my white space. Now let's go up to the folder at the top left, and let's load the animation that we've just exported. Here's mine. Now, if I take a look at mine, I'm going to preview it. It's playing pretty slow. I might want to adjust the speed on that. So I'm going to turn the speed up on mine. I have this explosion of goo with a skull coming out. That looks pretty good. I'm not going to worry about naming it because we're not really going to do much with this object. It's just going to be the animation. I recommend dragging it outside of the layout, out into this gray area up here, just to get it out of the way for now. What we're going to do is go over to our event sheet. I want to open up the Enemy 1 group, and I want to go to the section for Enemy 1 damage. What I'm looking for is the event that says when Enemy 1's life is less than or equal to 0, Enemy 1 should be destroyed. I'm going to add another action for this event. Let's click on Add Action. Let's go to Enemy 1, and I'm going to scroll down to Spawn Another Object. I'm going to tell Enemy 1 to spawn the Enemy Defeat animation when it dies. So find your Enemy Defeat, click Done, and that's good. Now technically this won't work because we're telling Construct to destroy Enemy 1, and then we're telling Construct to use Enemy 1 to spawn Enemy Defeat, but Enemy 1's already been destroyed, right? So we have to drag Enemy 1 spawn above the Enemy 1 destroy. So it spawns Enemy Defeat first, and then destroys itself. And if you have that set up correctly, let's test it out. It should be able to be hit 3 times, and on the 3rd time, spawns the animation. Now that's almost perfect, but if you look closely, see how there's a handful of pixels left over? Yours is probably the last frame of whatever your defeat animation is. It's just frozen there on the screen. So what we need to do is make it so that when the enemy defeat animation finishes, it disappears, it destroys itself. So we're going to add one last event. We're going to go to Enemy Defeat, and I want to go to On Finished in the animation section. Now start by typing in a quotation mark, and you'll see Animation 1, the only animation we have for this object. So click on that, and click Done. So when the animation is finished, we're going to add an action for Enemy Defeat. We're going to scroll down to Destroy. So when the animation's finished, it'll destroy itself. Let's try it out. Perfect. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So let's go ahead and close up our groups, save our project, and we are done with our first enemy concept. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.